One of the biggest myths about retirement is that you need $1 million saved before you can stop working. Well, let's talk about it. But when you actually break down the math, the number might be much smaller than people actually think. In this video today, I'm going to talk about how this is and walk through the real math behind early retirement and how lifestyle design changes the entire equation. Quick disclaimer though, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm just sharing my personal finance strategy and how I think about retirement planning. I'm just a guy walking around his neighborhood with a dog. Now, let's start with the biggest misconception about retirement, right? Most people assume retirement requires massive savings. What's that to you? 2 million, 3 million, sometimes even more. But the reason those numbers sound so large is because they assume something very specific. You're trying to replace your entire working income. But early retirement planning, it works differently. Sorry, it's windy out here. But instead of replacing income, you design a lifestyle. And once you focus on lifestyle instead of income, those numbers change dramatically. The real question in retirement isn't how much money do I have saved, even though I know that's what a lot of people are thinking. The real question is how much monthly income do I need to live comfortably? Let's break this down and give an example of it. If someone spends $5,000 per month, they need $60,000 per year, right? If someone spends $9,000 per month, they need $108,000 per year. It's a lot of money, but everything about retirement planning starts with this number, your lifestyle. For me personally, my early retirement plan looks like this, and I've put other videos out on it. I expect my lifestyle in Roatan, Honduras to cost around $9,000 a month, but that is for extreme luxury, and that includes like a villa in a nice resort, security, private schooling for kids, tons of international travel, vehicles, a maid, a masseuse, eating at resorts, diving, owning a boat, like the whole 9 yards on the island. But that means that a lot of my money doesn't need to come from investments because there's other income sources. At around, age 45, I expect to receive about $6,000 per month from my military pension, right? Plus an estimated $2,000 to $4,000 per month from VA disability. So that baseline income already covers roughly $8,000 per month at a minimum, up to $10,000 per month if I'm like deemed fully disabled from the VA, which means the portfolio only needs to produce about $1,000 a month, right? And this is where people completely misunderstand retirement math. If someone needed $100,000 per year from investments, they might need a $2 to $3 million portfolio. But if someone only needs $12,000 a year because they have pensions or other income sources they only need $12,000 per year from investments, that math becomes very different. And that's why my situation is unique and not common. Using the traditional 4% withdrawal guideline, a portfolio producing $12,000 per year would require roughly about $300,000 invested. That's a dramatically smaller number than 2 to 3 million. Even though my required portfolio income is relatively small, my goal is still to build a much larger investment portfolio. But why, Eric? Well, because the goal isn't just survival, it's freedom. I'm aggressively investing like $6,000 to $8,000 every single month. Plus, 2 times a year, I contribute an additional $10,000, usually December and January. So if the math works out, just my brokerage account alone could approach around $1 million before age 50. Meanwhile, several retirement accounts are still compounding in the background, right? Those include things like my Roth IRA, spouse Roth IRA, self-employed 401k from walking dogs, and my military Roth TSP. Those accounts could potentially grow to around 1.5 million also by age 60. So the full retirement strategy becomes a combination of investment portfolios, pension income, disability income, and long-term compounding. The biggest lesson in retirement planning is this: the number isn't universal. It depends on your lifestyle, your income sources and how many you have, and how you design your life. For some people, that number might be 2 million. It could be 3 million, you know. For others, it might be much less. For someone that's maybe in a position like me, what matters most is building a system that gives you options, right? If you're interested in early retirement or financial independence and real investing strategies, subscribe to my channel. I try and do different style videos for you guys, sitting in my office area, in the car, walking around neighborhood, vlogging for you guys. This channel documents my personal journey to $1 million in financial freedom before 50. Comment below, what monthly income would you personally need to retire?